For 80 years, the cornerstone of American global strategy was simple: control the seas, control the world. The U.S. Navy ruled the waves, and with it, the post-war order. But there is a problem with that strategy in 2026. The seas are freezing over and America is showing up to the fight without the right equipment. Russia today operates around 40 icebreakers, a fleet designed to project power across the fastest-warming, most strategically contested region on Earth. The United States. It operates exactly one heavy icebreaker that's past its retirement age. This isn't just a capability gap, it's an abyss, and the only nation in the world that can fill it is Finland. This isn't hyperbole. In February 2026, President Donald Trump and Finnish President Alexander Stubb signed a memorandum of understanding that fundamentally redefines the Arctic balance of power. Under this agreement, Finnish shipbuilders will construct 4 medium icebreakers at their world-class shipyards. Then, using Finnish expertise, the United States will build up to 7 more on its own soil. The price tag is approximately $6.1 billion for the first 11 vessels alone. But this isn't a simple procurement deal. It's an admission. The last American shipyard to build a heavy icebreaker, Avondale Shipyard, launched its final vessel in 2014 and hasn't built one since. The industrial knowledge, the metallurgical secrets, the cold water engineering, it all lives in Finland. But the icebreaker deal is just the tip of the melting iceberg. Look at what's happening on land. In October 2025, NATO's Northern Multicorps Land Component Command began operations in Micheli, eastern Finland. This isn't a symbolic office. It's a warfighting headquarters designed to coordinate Allied ground forces across the entire Nordic region. And just weeks ago, in February 2026, NATO approved Finland's bid to host a deployable communication and information system, Modular Mobile, IT, and telecoms hub that will manage command and control for alliance forces across the High North. This unit, staffed by 60 Finns, is one of only 3 such modules in the entire alliance. Finland is no longer just a member of NATO. It is becoming NATO's northern nervous system. Meanwhile, the United States has quietly approved over $13.6 billion in active government-to-government arms sales to Finland. We're talking about a GM-158 JASS MO cruise missiles, AIM-120C8 AMRAAMS, Harpoon Block 2 missiles, and the crown jewel, Finland's 2021 decision to acquire the F-35 Lightning to Joint Strike Fighter. This isn't just interoperability, it's integration. Finnish pilots will fly American jets, fire American missiles, and feed targeting data directly into American command networks. Now, zoom out and consider the geography. Finland shares an 832-mile border with Russia. That's longer than the combined Russian borders with all other NATO members in Europe. Since joining the alliance in April 2023, Finland has effectively doubled NATO's direct frontier with Russia. And this isn't a dormant border. In March 2026, over 25,000 troops from 14 countries will descend on northern Norway, Sweden, and Finland for the cold response exercises, the most important Arctic drills of the year. Some 7,500 soldiers will train on Finnish soil, more than half arriving from allied nations. The actual training battles will take place in the Rovijärvi training area, Europe's largest live-fire range. This matters because the Arctic is warming 4 times faster than the global average. As the ice retreats, new shipping lanes open, lanes that could redirect global trade away from the Suez and Panama canals. And beneath those waters lies an estimated 13% of the world's undiscovered oil and 30% of its natural gas. The United States, through its 2019 Arctic strategy, has made clear. This region is a national security priority. But without Finnish icebreakers, without Finnish bases, without Finnish Arctic warfare expertise, that strategy is just words on paper. Here's the complexity that makes this alliance genuinely unique. It's not blind loyalty. In February 2026, President Stubb stood before Finland's parliament and delivered a sobering truth. We must honestly acknowledge that the United States is undergoing change. Its approach to its allies, as well as its way of conducting foreign policy, is also changing. The foreign policy of the current U.S. administration is underpinned by an ideology that conflicts with our own values. This is the paradox of the new alliance. Stubb acknowledges that America's drift toward unilateralism, its skepticism of international institutions, its transactional approach to alliances, all of it conflicts with European values. And yet, at the very same Munich Security Conference where Stubb spoke those words, U.S. Senators Jeanne Shaheen and Tom Tillis met with him to reaffirm the alliance. They discussed the evolving security environment in Europe, Russia's continued aggression, and the importance of sustaining pressure on the Kremlin. They thanked Finland for its leadership within NATO, particularly in the Baltic Sea and in the Arctic. Finland doesn't need to agree with America's values to need America's security umbrella. And America doesn't need Finland to be a mirror image, it needs Finland to be the Arctic expert it cannot build itself. So why does America need Finland more than any ally since World War II? Because the next great power competition won't be fought in the Fulda Gap or the Korean Peninsula. It will be fought in the white, frozen expanse, where the ice is retreating and the superpowers are advancing. And in that fight, the United States has the will, the budget, and the geopolitical weight, but it lacks the one thing Finland possesses in abundance: the ability to operate when the world freezes solid. Finland brings icebreakers that America cannot build. It brings Arctic warfare expertise that no other NATO member can replicate. It brings a border that holds the Russian bear at bay. And most importantly, it brings an honest partnership, one that acknowledges differences while acting on shared interests. This is not the alliance of the 20th century, built on shared ideology and post-war institutions. It's the alliance of the 21st century, pragmatic, capability-driven, and forged in the recognition that, in a melting world, the coldest nation might just be the warmest friend America has.